Hello, my name is Nora, and I've always really been proud of who I am in terms of my background, my culture, and basically just being black. And when I was about maybe 3 or 4 years old, my mother got me a black doll. I don't remember this event, but my mother explained that I threw it away and I threw a huge tantrum and I was crying, screaming that I wanted a pretty doll, meaning a doll with blonde hair, fair skin, and blue eyes. So, how does a 4-year-old come to the conclusion that black is ugly and white is pretty? Obviously, that feeling of inadequacy or not being enough or wanting to be something else was short-lived, luckily killed off by my parents, who always taught me to embrace my culture and my skin and my hair and all the things that make me beautiful. With the help of The Princess and the Frog, which was the first black Disney princess that I saw when I was 4, and it just immediately changed my perspective, and I was just so happy, and it just really shows how representation can really change a little girl's life. I never felt this way. I never felt like I wanted to be lighter. I never felt like I needed to be something else because I was always proud of who I was. I really always enjoyed African gatherings and just seeing all the dresses and the beautiful, vibrant colors and everything about being African and being black and just all the amazing traditions and the culture. But a lot of my friends who looked like me, who were darker than me or just black people, always expressed wanting to be lighter, and I never really understood it. So I wanted to dig deeper into this, and because I was already so passionate about racism and the impacts of racism, and I found out that it was something that was real, and it was called colorism. So colorism has been happening for centuries, and it's not something that is new at all. But it was first coined by Alice Walker in 1982, who described it as prejudicial or preferential treatment of same-race people based solely on color. So colorism basically refers to discrimination or prejudice based on color among people of the same ethnic or racial group. So this is a social construct that basically privileges those who are lighter skinned and disadvantages those with darker skin. How did colorism start and where is it happening? So colorism is very, very global. It's happening in Asia, in Africa, in the Caribbean, and here in North America. In the United States, it was first introduced during slavery, where slave masters would give preferential treatment to the slaves with lighter skin. It was also caused by the enslaved women who were often raped and had children with their masters. Those children, the masters obviously didn't recognize those children as their own, but gave them privileges that the others didn't have. So with that, light-skinned black people became an asset to the black community. After slavery was abolished in the United States, colorism was still a big, big part of society. Those who were lighter skinned got job opportunities and employment that were completely off limits to those who were darker skinned. In other countries, African countries, Asian countries, where there are billboards of skin bleaching products, it was brought by colonialism and this idea that being dark-skinned is associated with being lower class, and being lighter skinned is associated with being higher class. Colorism was not only about black people discriminating against black people. It also included job advertisements where light skin was listed as one of the criteria to be hired. Colorism also exists within the dating world, where I don't like to point any fingers or blame anyone, where black men are usually the ones who perpetuate the colorism the most. You guys do. Since fairness and lightness is associated with beauty and status, light-skinned black women are more likely to get married than dark-skinned black women. Is colorism getting better? This conversation is fairly new, and the vast majority of people have yet to understand this issue. But as I see more conversation, the fact that we're talking about it and we see more conversations happening about this problem, it's a sign of improvement. We are seeing more representation of dark-skinned people in movies, especially dark-skinned women in movies, and that is an improvement. We have also digressed in some aspects of pop culture, including music, where you'll notice that there were way more dark-skinned popular singers and rappers in the 90s and the 80s, whereas there are almost none right now. In conclusion, all black women and all black men should embrace their skin tone, no matter how dark it is or how light it is. You are beautiful, and no one can tell you different. There's no need to change who you are or your skin tone, because you're beautiful and you're amazing, and there's really no need to voluntarily give yourself cancer by bleaching it, because that's kind of dumb. So love yourself, be content with how you look in terms of skin color, and just know that you are beautiful and you are great. Bye. Thank you for watching, and I will see you when I see you. Bye.